But first I want to talk about Hurricane Beryl. Mentioned earlier in the newscast, at least 11 deaths in the Caribbean. Heading toward Texas area?
It does look like Texas is going to be in the crosshairs of this thing early next week. Right now, it's in a very much weakened state over Mexico. This is the best the satellite imagery has looked in days. It's now a tropical storm, but it's going to have an opportunity to get stronger again as it gets over some very warm, untouched water here over the Gulf of Mexico, and there's a chance this thing could ramp up to Category 1 or possibly even a Category 2 hurricane by the time it gets close to Corpus Christi, Texas on Monday of next week. The 4 o'clock advisory, if you remember just a couple of days ago, this thing was a Category 5 hurricane with winds over 160 miles per hour. Now it's down to 65 miles per hour inland from Cancun and getting set to emerge off the northern part of the Yucatan Peninsula. The issue here is that it is farther north than the expectation was yesterday, so therefore it's got a better shot of hitting Texas than it did yesterday. In fact, you can see how the storm track has changed pretty dramatically. Now the cone, including Houston and parts of Louisiana. I think what's going to happen here is the overall track of the storm itself is going to pretty well follow where you see those icons, but a lot of the moisture is going to get streamed this direction, and that's where I think we're going to wind up with some decent rain. The other issue, the rip current risk on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Life-threatening rip currents, a high risk of that all the way from Panama City to Dauphin Island. That includes the entire Alabama Gulf Coast and most of Northwest Florida. If you know somebody who's down there, this is the thing that they need to know. 142 people have died in rip currents. One of the most preventable things that you could possibly do is just don't get in the water when those red flags are waving. Let them know. Text them. Make sure your family and your friends know that even though you're not at the beach right now, that you're thinking about them and that they need to pay attention to this. Saturday and Sunday, it's a high risk of rip currents down there. Monday and Tuesday, a medium risk, and depending on how intense Beryl is by the time it gets to Texas, that could even last longer. So we're going to get some scattered storms around here in between the time that we get this weak cool front moving through and the time that Beryl starts to influence the weather. And watch this. Here comes the big moisture plume. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, thunderstorms increasing. There's the key point. 1 to 2 inches of rain on average. And some spots, especially north of Birmingham, could get a lot more than that. We've got some heavy storms on radar to the south of Chilton County right now. You can probably hear the thunder down around Verbena. The rest of us are just going to see isolated showers or possibly a thunderstorm or two for the rest of this evening. And then looking ahead into tomorrow, for some, the humidity is going to drop. We're looking at a high of 92 on Sunday. There goes the higher humidity air, but here's the problem. That front hangs up right here over Birmingham. That means it's drier to the north, still very sticky to the south. There could be a huge difference between Warrior and Calera tomorrow, between Tuscaloosa and Talladega, and it all depends on where that boundary ends up. Sunday, a high of 93 degrees. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid, a 20% chance of some scattered showers. And then as we get into next week, Beryl's influence really begins to make itself known. And it's not an impact. It's not a hit. It's just influenced by increasing the showers and storms and dropping the temperatures during the day just a bit. Guy?
All right.